Come with me if you want to live.
It's okay, Mom. He's here to help. It's okay.
Well, that's Arnold playing a robot, saving the world from robots in the 1991 movie Terminator 2. It's all science fiction until real life starts imitating art, which is what's happening in the world of artificial intelligence.
And here to explain the benefits and the warnings of AI is CEO of Vocodia, Brian Podolak. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's talk about this AI. I feel like it's just like everywhere right now.
Everywhere.
Kind of explain to us, you know, what it is. Like, what makes AI different than just typing something into Google and getting a response? Or is that what it is?
Yeah, basically what AI does is it makes it the experience of being on a computer feel like you're actually speaking or having a conversation with a person. And that's really what makes AI in a nutshell, AI, right? It makes you comfortable. You don't feel like you have to learn a lot. You can just talk or speak or chat naturally as you would as a person.
Sure. And you know, we're talking a lot about AI right now, but has AI been around for quite some time now, but we're just recognizing it? Because, you know, I can think back long ago to the early days of Microsoft Word when they had that little paper clip in the corner and it would pop up and it said, hey, are you making your resume? Are you doing this? And it would ask you questions and we would interact. I would interact with it all the time, and it seems like that was like an early edition of AI. Am I right?
That was an early chat, for sure, absolutely, and it was a great assistant. AI in its infancy has been around since the 70s, actually, but getting popularized, really ChatGPT has really brought it to the foreground. You know, organizations and companies are slowly adopting it because it's a new technology, but there's a lot of fear of it, right? You know, from Terminator 2 and all the other things that Hollywood has done with it, but it's a great technology, for sure, Yeah,
so what should we as consumers know about AI? Is there something we should be like aware of when we're interacting with it? So what should we know?
What a lot of consumers, I think, should know is like when you are on those ChatGPT and Claudes and all the other versions of these tools, they're great, but all that data you feed into it is theirs. So a lot of people don't realize that. So when you're uploading documents, when you're giving it prompts and everything else, that's going out to the world.
It's using that to become smarter, right, and know more, right? It's kind of building its database by the information you put into it.
100%. It's being trained, right? And it's just like as we're growing up and we hear our parents speaking English and everything, or Spanish, and we grow up learning these languages, we're being trained, different religions, foods, everything that we have as a person growing up, it's the same with the AI. So all that data helps the AI become more efficient and have a bigger knowledge base.
Okay, that is very good to know. Well, can we talk a little bit more about your company and what you're doing with AI?
Sure. Our company is Vocodia, which is short for voice coding of the world, basically, is how we came up with it. For those musicians out there, yes, it is also based on the vocoder, but that's another conversation. But basically what we've done in a nutshell is eliminated hold time for the consumer. So if you ever call that airline when there was 20 flights canceled and been on hold for 2 hours or missing a flight because of being on hold, we've eliminated that. You call and the AI can answer right away, acts and speaks like a person, and can handle reservations, changes of reservations, anything, right? But all based on the phone to eliminate hold time.
Okay. You know, I was telling you about a time that I missed a very important flight, and I was on hold, and I couldn't get in touch with anyone. So that would have been great to you know, have contact and be able to get my flight changed, right?
100%.
And make it to my trip. So an airline, obviously, is someone who can benefit from this kind of service. What's another business that this would be a perfect fit for?
Cruise lines, political, hotels, right? You know, just anywhere we've ever called tech support. Have you ever called tech support trying to fix something? The person's really nice, they tell you to reboot, it doesn't work, then you go to tier 2, or you get transferred to somebody else. All of those challenges you've had as a consumer, we've eliminated. My biggest one is when you've been on hold for 2 hours and then you're given incorrect information, and you go to the hotel and they're like, that's not true, but the person on the phone told me, and you're stuck. So the AI doesn't make mistakes. It's always polite. It won't get mad when you're yelling and screaming at it, right? It's always calm, and it's going to be much quicker and accurate than a human. So it's great for everybody.
Right, because you're actually communicating with an AI. It's not a real person, but you'll feel like it's a real person.
100%. Whenever you see robots of the future and everything else, they always look like a human. They don't need to, but that's what makes us comfortable. So you don't want it to be too robotic, but at the same time, we don't want to trick the consumer. We want to know that it's an AI. So we talk about being the virtual assistant or an AI assistant right up front, right?
Okay, got it. So now I know when I'm talking to a virtual assistant, it is just an AI.
Very possible. You got it. Yeah, it might be ours.
Might be ours.
So you worked in this world, right, before starting this business. Can you tell us kind of like your journey to this moment?
Absolutely. So I lived in Costa Rica for 17 years, where I met my beautiful wife and 3 dogs. And in that call center experience, I had hundreds of reps in Costa Rica, the Dominican, throughout that Central America area.
Sure.
So we understood what the needs of the enterprise were and why they were looking to save money by taking those agents and having them offshore. But what were the issues I had in the enterprise? Well, maybe the accent, the delay, hold time, things of that sort. So all that years of experience allowed us to introduce this product using AI to solve all those issues, not only for our clients who are paying us, but also their customers.
Sure.
So we always like to say we want our customer's customer to have a better experience with Vocodia than what they're doing today.
Absolutely fascinating. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
To learn more, you can visit the website listed on your screen, which is vocodia.com.